Okay, welcome back to Off the Map Games.
Yeah.
This is like episode 5 or 6. I've lost track.
It's been great,
It's
though.
been really fun.
Yeah.
We're getting pretty good feedback. We're not doing them regularly enough, but that's mostly because we're both very busy. And actually you were not available a couple weeks ago because of the World Cup, which was very exciting.
Yeah, I went and saw Germany play in Houston, and
Man, that must have been amazing.
it was amazing. I mean, yeah.
So today we're here to talk about one of our favorite games. We actually opened the whole Off the Map Games video series with this game. Yeah. So we haven't talked about it in a few weeks, and we just wanted to come back to 1490 Doom.
Love it.
Which, before we get into it, we're going to talk today about the different types of characters you choose from for your squad. Is it officially called a squad?
It's called a Doom Company.
Doom Company, excuse me.
Yeah.
And just to remind you, briefly, 1490 Doom, I'll probably butcher this, so feel free to correct me.
I'm excited. Yeah, go for it.
It's a sort of medieval fantasy miniatures game. And the idea is there's a creeping death, and it's effectively a gas that's slowly rising and killing everything on Earth, and there's no escape. So what you're trying to do is get to high ground all over the world, and because it's the Middle Ages, you're wearing like armor and other things that they used to wear in the Middle Ages, but you've got it all sealed up like a scuba suit or something with it's like air filtration.
Yeah.
So that the creeping death doesn't get in your suit and kill you.
Yep.
So there's an aspect of your play where you can get hit or damaged, and then now you have to deal with a leak.
Yes.
Basically, yeah. So anyway, that's a very short version of it, but it's a round board, and you're just trying to get high. It has some interesting dynamics. My favorite dynamic is you can shove somebody off of the platform, and then they fall to their doom, or they survive. Who knows? It's very dramatic. But we're here to talk today about, it's an asymmetric set of squad members, or Doom Squad.
So it's a Doom Company made up of 3 different Doom warriors. So it kind of represents a ragtag crew of survivors in this world that have joined together to basically survive. And so the great thing about this is you cannot double up on the same type of warrior. So your Doom Company must be made up of 3 different types of Doom warriors.
3 unique Doom warriors. And also that's a fairly small army compared to some other games.
Oh yeah.
Which is one of the reasons I love this game,
Yeah.
because it plays very fast compared to other games.
Yep.
And that's part of the allure, is that you're only controlling 3 pieces effectively.
Yeah.
And it's just go. It's a very fast game. I just love the speed of it. It's actually
very
my
cinematic.
favorite aspect. Yeah, it's beautiful to look at. When you're actually doing your moves, you can spin the board on its little lazy Susan thing, and you can look in all the nooks and crannies, so you can be very analytical. But then when you step back, it is just a joy to watch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's just so fun to look at. It's beautiful.
It grabs a lot of it. Sweet. Well,
all right, let's get into it. So we're going to go through each of the characters quickly, because there's a lot. There's 7 of them?
There's 10 that are available in the Core Rulebook. So
and this is the Core Rulebook from Buer Games in Provo?
Provo, Utah.
Provo, Utah.
Yeah.
And it's a short book. It's got a lot of good information in it.
Solid.
But when you think about how long does it take to learn the rules of a game, the rules section is not very long. It's 6 pages.
Yeah.
The rest is just all about the story and different ways to play and how you can make your own consumable items for the people to use or whatever. It's just a lot of extra enriching game material.
There's a ton of scenarios
but
in the back
it's
that
a
you
very
can
simple bang game.
So one fun way to play this, and we're going to talk about each of the profiles quickly, but if you and I were to play, we would each create our Doom Company. So we would come up with 3 different warriors and go, this is my loadout, these are the guys that I've got. Maybe I've even named them and created backstories. You've got yours. Now,
I haven't ever gone that far.
Oh, okay. Well,
and
I definitely have.
Truth be told, to be candid, I'm still learning the game to a degree. But I've only ever created a Doom squad by answering questions on the app.
Oh, that's
and it works great.
Thing. Okay, so we didn't talk about it. There is we'll put a link in the show notes or description or whatnot. But there's a great online tool, and it's literally just 1490doomcompanybuilder.com.
And it's not technically like an app from the App Store. It's just a mobile-friendly website.
Yes.
And it's great because you just answer like, I think 3 questions, maybe 4.
Yeah.
And it gives you a squad.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you want to be sneaky? Do you want to like whatever. It's like really, really simple. And it really helped me because I was a little intimidated because I didn't know the character's capabilities.
Yeah.
So it kind of took that out of the way and said, okay, well, if you like this kind of play,
here you go.
And it just asked questions around that, and and it really worked.
You can also hit the random button.
The first squad it built me still it has 2 of my favorite. Like I still come back to because one of them was the scout. Which I
we'll
love
talk
the scout.
about that. Yeah.
All right, let's get into the characters.
Just to say, another fun way to play that also is drafting. So you have all 10, or in this case, there's going to be, we use like all the Doom Warriors available because there's extras as well. But you could take the core 10 or whatever, and then one by one pick your company so you don't have doubles. So fine, I'll take the scout. Now you can't have a scout, and then you pick one, and then I pick one. We keep going back.
The scout.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so
are there any banned combinations? Like you can't do this combination? Because like I run into that in Scythe sometimes. Like you can't do this.
No. And I'll say this, with every single profile we talk about, every single one in the community, and jokingly, has been called OP. They're like, this is what
gamers like to do.
But they're not. They're actually really well balanced. We're going to get into the good and the bad. But why don't we start with the first one, which is one of your favorites.
It's the Scout.
The Scout.
The Scout.
The Scout.
Be prepared.
What is it that you like about the Scout?
I like his movement. He's very mobile.
Yes.
He's not super tricksy. He's got pretty good. He's not like a great attacker. But the name of the game is to get to the top of the hill or the building.
The highest point.
The highest point on the map. Yeah. So and he's great at like just running up like quickly.
He is. So he and the Beekeeper, which we'll find out, are the fastest. They are naturally the fastest. He has a movement of 6, as you can see. He's not a fan of combat necessarily.
Not a great combat. He's got a skill combat of 5+. So every time you'd hit somebody, you're only like, what is that? 66% chance of missing.
Yeah.
And you'll notice when we get into some of the other ones that their combats are 4+ or something like that. So he's not the best guy to just like run up to somebody and start whacking him.
Right. Yeah. So I think the good in the Scout is that he's fast. He's like you said. You want to get him up there. Yeah. He's very handy. So he has a fun special ability. Speaking of speed, also, but like one of his special abilities is Early Bird. So the Scout may deploy up to 4 inches from the edge of the board on the ground.
So this is important because
it's a cheat move almost.
When you set up the board, it's how wide is it?
It's 2 feet.
2 feet wide circle. Mm-hmm. And all of the pieces are not on the board. They're next to the board. And your first turn, you move your pieces in from the perimeter, except for the Scout.
Scout's already on the board.
Scout's like 4 inches in.
Yep.
So he's like head start.
Yep. Early bird.
He's like, let's go. Yeah. That's what I like about it.
Yeah. And he'll steal the initiative. If you have a living Scout and you tie on rolling initiative, he'll just automatically take it. If you lose initiative once per game, you could basically say, nope, I'm going to go first. He gives an extra resource cache that he can put on the board. So he's fast, he's very handy, and he's versatile. Now, what would you say his downside is?
Well, he's not good at combat.
Yeah.
And he's not particularly strong either.
No, he's weak. So he only has 4 vitality.
Yeah,
so he
that's
has 4
a problem.
health points.
Yeah.
I feel like he can tend to be a target. So when you see a Scout on the board, sometimes he's the one that's going to be targeted by maybe an assassin or something that's kind of hitty.
Yeah, and to give you for instance, the assassin, we'll get to the assassin in a minute. The assassin has a special ability where they can really unload a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And they can only do that once per game. But just to give you an idea of how much damage, they can kill a Scout in 1 shot if they use that move.
100%. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
And that's why the Scout is actually targeted. Because remember, there's 3 ways to win, right? Like the highest point on the, unless the scenario has other rules, the highest point on the board gives you 2 points for everybody. Like it's not like, oh, he's higher than him. It's like whoever's highest gets the 2 points. And it's the same for resources. Whoever has the most resources they get 1 point.
1 point, yep.
And then whoever has the most Doom Squad members alive at the end of the game, they get a point.
Yep.
And those are all the points to be had.
That's the basic setup.
The basic rules, So if you can like get on a scout and take him out, you're probably going to win that squad size point at the end of the game.
He's fast. He wants to get up there. It's hard to catch though because he already got a 4-inch movement on you. So he's solid for sure.
But he also doesn't want to fall because he's kind of weak. So
That's true. Yeah. So let's move into the assassin now.
This is one of my other favorites.
One of my so assassin.
The first game I played the assassin.
He's almost in every Doom company that I build, and it's just because I like the idea of I'm going to sneak around and I'm going to target one thing and try and kill it.
Yeah. He's also invisible for the first third of the game, really.
Let's talk about that. His ability of Night Stalker says that he cannot be attacked until after they attack, push, or round 4 begins. So for the first half of the entire game.
But there's only 7 turns.
He is essentially invisible. He cannot be attacked.
Unless he decides not to be.
True. Yeah. So he can be pushed, he can be a target of a special ability, but he cannot be attacked unless he does the attacking first or push. So he's sneaky.
He's super sneaky. Every time I've ever played him, I've picked a member of the opposing squad, and I've decided that's the mini the assassin's going to get. And that's just the whole fun thing about the assassin. And then the other player might clue into that and do a move, and you're like, oh, I got to switch. I got to pick a different target. And that's a little bit of a defeat right there. It's like, oh man, you outfoxed my assassin. Because the assassin's pretty tough. And let's get into. He's got pretty good movement. He's
movement 5,
very fast.
So he's pretty solid.
He's stronger than the scout, which isn't saying much. He's better at combat. So he's got a 4 combat rating,
which you could beef up to 3 with one of your improvement points. What I like to do with the assassin is, if I'm willing to give a couple of improvement points to him, I'm going to throw an extra attack. So I'll give him a second melee weapon, so he gets 2 attacks, so you're rolling 2 dice. And then I'll beef up his combat to a 3+ instead of 4.
And how do you get these points again?
So when you create your Doom company, you get 3 improvement points to spend on them. One must be spent on your captain, and the other 2 can be spent however you see fit.
Oh, that's right. One of them is designated a captain. I completely forgot about that.
So with this,
let's come back to that when we get into the squads.
If you have the attack and you get to somebody, what's great here is you have an ability called Kill Shot. So once per game after a successful combat check, the assassin may perform a kill shot that does 4 damage. The assassin may only use Kill Shot on a model that has not activated this round and is within 3 inches, and the attack ignores defense. So you want to get him going first.
4 damage.
Get him up to somebody who hasn't done anything this turn, and you want to hit. So that's why I give him the extra attack.
I didn't realize that you only had to be within 3 inches. I thought you had to be right next to him.
If you give him a bow or a crossbow, that's why it must be within 3 inches.
All right. Anyway, that's a really fun move. I got to tell you, every time I've ever used that kill shot, my opponent has been very sad.
Oh man!
And sometimes when I'm playing people that haven't played before, I got to kind of warn them. I'm like, this guy, because I got to tell him, no, you can't attack him yet. He hasn't attacked anybody.
So potentially,
and then I warn him, like, he's coming. I'm hunting you.
He's going at you.
Yeah.
You will know too, because the assassin typically will deploy as close to as possible to his target.
Yeah, for sure.
The minimum is 5 inches away, so you'll put somebody down and be like, I don't want that. I'll put them right next to you. But potentially the kill shot can, like you said, wipe out a scout. Because it's 4 damage. If you give him an extra attack, so second melee weapon, you could potentially do 5 damage. Because one, if you roll both attacks, one can be the kill shot and then with 4 damage, and the other one can be another damage on there. So you could take something out that has up to 5.
So he's a aptly named, very fun, sneaky character.
The bad though is he's kind of like I don't know. He doesn't have a ton of bad, but he doesn't he's got a lot of rules around his stuff. He's a very tricksy sort of character. And I think
so. He's like a one-trick pony too, because as soon as you unload that kill shot, then, like it's not like he's not still dangerous, but you just don't pay attention to him as much.
In his skill 5 up, he's not opening resource caches,
No,
probably.
he's not opening resource caches. He's probably also not like doing incredibly well in other areas. Like there's more than just resource caching for skill, right?
Yeah. So he's kind of.
By the way, if you remember the resource caches, there's things hidden on the board. And like, we don't actually go, oh, you got a thing, but it's just, you got a resource. And,
you could have an item, so you roll for the item and you see what you get.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. But in terms of the scoring, it's just the resource.
Exactly.
Cache.
Yeah, it's however many open. Now, he is, I think, avoidable in some cases and potentially ineffective. So if you just stay out of his range,
right,
he's maybe not.
Or if you move early. Because he can't attack you if you've moved this round.
He can hit
with
you,
his,
but he can't do the kill shot.
The kill shot.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the big unload.
So like you said,
he's just a little tricksy. And honestly, he's not easy to play compared to some of the other ones because he's got more he's got a more specific purpose.
I agree. Cool. Scavenger.
Let's go I like this one too.
So this one's kind of I think like a fan favorite, really, if there is such a thing. But he's pretty fast. He's got a movement of 5. He's a little bit higher on vitality.
He's
so
strong.
6 vitality.
And he can basically do anything with a skill very well. He's like a
plus.
gnome.
Oh yeah. So on a skill check, you're trying to get a 3 or higher. It's better than 50-50
shot.
Yeah.
Actually, it's more
better
than
50.
50.
Yeah. So. I think he's a solid take in most cases. Like you kind of just can't go wrong with using him.
I've played him a lot.
Yeah. He's got a fun ability of determination, so you could basically once per round, if he fails a skill check, you can re-roll it. So he's solid at opening resource caches. He's great at skill.
That's once per game?
Once per round.
Like every round?
Every round. If he fails a skill check,
are you reading that right? Once per round. Jesus.
I
don't think I've done that yet. I've played him. I don't know how many. I probably played him 2 or 3 times, and I've only played like 4 or 5 times, and I don't think I've ever used that ability.
Yeah. So he's really solid. The thing he doesn't want to do is he doesn't want to fight.
No.
He can get out of a jam with his dirty dagger. So he has a dagger that's once per game. The scavenger may spend an action to use dirty dagger on an opponent in contact. They take 1 damage and are stunned. This ability ignores a defense check. So it gives him a bit of an out if he's in combat.
Sure.
You shiv somebody and you get out of there.
Right.
But again, he does not want to be stuck in combat.
Which is a very scavengery way to deal with combat, honestly.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
For sure. So I think he's solid. I mean, great skill.
He's a fun character.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
Cool.
Man, so far we've hit stuff I really like. Now, I've never played this guy. This is the classic fighter. Yeah.
The fighter.
And he's exactly what you would expect. He's
100%.
He's not great with his hands, like doing small little things, but you give him a sword and an enemy and look out. He's got 4 combat, 4 defense, 6 vitality, so he's tough to kill.
Strong.
Think about the assassin going up against this guy. He's going to still have 2 hit points left, even if he hits him with the death stroke.
Yep.
That's, he's beefy, he's a tank,
Yeah.
Now, he doesn't move as well. Like, he's not as fast as some of the other characters, but he still moves pretty good,
You can...
I kind of have always been surprised that his combat is 4+, so I expect him to be lower in combat.
But, okay, so I agree. I think it's a 50-50 shot to hit something, but the cool thing is he has the opportunity to get into combat with multiple models, which
of course.
I will say doesn't happen often, but if he's in range of multiple enemy models, he can spend an action to make a full attack on each of them. So if
I've got 3 models next to me,
for some reason, if that happens,
and is that any round or once a game?
Boom. It doesn't matter as long as he's in range.
So basically, I don't even have to use extra attacks.
No.
You just can attack anything that gets next to you.
1 action will give you attack for each of them.
Wow.
So he can hit multiple
that's kind of cool.
enemies.
I would think that would be huge at the end game because things can tend to chunk up near the highest point on the board.
Yes.
So
yeah, you're right. If he gets to the high point, you usually see warriors next to each other.
It's more likely anyway.
Yeah.
Because there's only 1 high point usually.
He also has Devastating Blow, which once per game after successful combat checks, after you successfully hit something, you can use Devastating Blow, and it does 2 additional damage and ignores defense. So while he's not swinging.
His defense is good.
Like he's a 4+ on combat, so he's a 50-50 shot unless you beef it up. He's doing a lot of damage. Yeah. Like he's solid. Now he is a bit slow, like you said. He's a movement of 4. You can push that to 5 with an improvement point, but if you like fighting, it's in his name. He's a fighter.
He is. That's all it says. Yeah. I'm here to fight.
He wants to fight, for sure.
I like fighting.
Yeah.
Fighting's my thing.
Yeah.
You know, like violence is the answer. That's basically this guy's approach.
It is with this guy, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think,
doesn't matter what the question is.
No, and I think the only downside really is he's possibly avoidable if you're fast.
Because he's only a 4,
Yeah. So.
But he'll come after you anyway. That's the fun. He's sort of relentless. Like, you know, he can't move fast, but it's like he's not going to probably die easily. So he's going to be around to get a couple shots in.
Oh, yeah. And he's skill 5 up isn't terrible.
No, it's not great.
But if you put him against something else that wants to fight, it's always fun to watch. Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of wanting to fight. The Brute. The Brute.
This is more my speed, honestly. This guy is a slow, methodical, brutal tank. That's basically his deal.
He is a tank, and that's literally what I put in the fun notes. Is that he's a tank. He's a movement naturally of 3.
Yeah, he's very slow.
He's slow.
Yeah. But his vitality is 7.
He's
strong. Really hard to kill.
Yeah, he's hard to kill.
And what did I say about the fighter? I'm always surprised the combat roll is 5 on the fighter. 4.
4 up.
4 on the fighter. Well, he's got a 4 up too, but he's 3 up on defense.
Yes, he's hard to kill.
So a combination of a 7 vitality and a 3 up on defense, I think totally counters the slow movement because he can take a lot of hits without getting damaged.
Yeah. And so he's not doing anything as far as like skill goes. His skill is a 6+, so you need to roll a 6 on a d6 in order to pass anything with that. But one thing that's fun that I find that our group and the community loves doing is giving the Brute an extra movement. So he moves 4 now. So you spend one of your improvement points to give him movement 4, which is cool.
That's reasonable.
But now you can use Rage with him. So his Rage ability is one of his special abilities. Once per game, he may move up to twice the movement value.
Oh.
So now he's moving 8.
So he's like a berserker.
Yes. So he can move now 8 inches with this once per game rule.
That's a lot.
And he attacks with an additional die.
Oh my
It requires all of his actions that round, but he's naturally 2 attacks, as you can see. But you get a 3rd die on this, and you can basically run up to somebody 8 inches away, throw 3 dice at them, and potentially
get him in one shot. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that's like a good chance.
Oh yeah.
3 dice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
solid.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I've never played this guy, so I'm learning about him right now. So.
He can throw other warriors, and
he's so big.
Smash doors, ladders.
He's like a cave troll.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. And he's actually the official base size of most of these warriors is 25 millimeter. Yeah. He is on a 32. So he is a little bit
so he
bigger.
actually uses more real estate on the board. And that's important because physical space on the board is reality. Like if you don't have room to put your mini on like a platform, then you don't have room, you don't get to be on that platform.
Yeah.
So he takes up more space.
He does. He's a big boy.
Space is at a premium as you get high on a lot of these sets that we use.
So
that's a cool character.
Good,
I may have to play
kill
that
stuff.
one time.
Bad, he's not skilled. He's got a skill of 6.
I like the idea of bumping his speed though. That's
bump his speed, throw Rage on him, and
All right, what else we got?
Quite the opposite here. So this
I played this was what my assassin took out the first game I played.
Yes, and we'll talk about that.
And you actually suggested that to me. And the guy I was playing it hadn't played before, and he was very excited about his warrior priest. It was my first game as well. And I was very excited about killing his warrior priest. And I succeeded in that endeavor, and he was sad. So let's talk about it. Why
the warrior priest?
He's a target for the assassin because this guy he's pretty gnarly character.
I love the warrior priest. I love him. I think he's fun. He's very, and I don't mean this bad, but he's middle of the road in the sense that like he can kind of do everything if you want him to. So like he's movement 4. He's not fast, so you could beef it up a little bit. He's not really wanting to attack much,
Yeah,
but
he doesn't have a great combat role or defense role.
No, he's very supportive.
Yeah.
So he has multiple special abilities that will allow him to heal himself or somebody else. He can even bring somebody back from the dead if he's within range. His skill is 4+. He's pretty decent at skill. But my favorite rule, which we're going to highlight here, is Fear of God. So once per game, a warrior priest may intimidate an enemy within 1 inch, instilling the fear of God. It pushes that model directly 2 inches away from the warrior priest, ignoring barriers. If that model comes in contact with an edge, they fall. They may not make a skill check to prevent themselves from falling, and this ability cannot be prevented by a shield. I love putting
that's
get
like
him to the high point.
That's like an automatic push, basically.
Get him to the high point
Once
and
per
go.
game.
Come at me because I'm just going to shove you off.
How many people can you do that to? Just one?
Once per game, and it does cost an action.
Yeah, no, but is the target just one other model, or can you do it to
an enemy? So it's one.
Enemy. Okay.
Yep.
That's helpful.
But you put
So
him at
he
the
can
top
basically
of something,
just shove everybody.
and people don't want to get near him because if they haven't used the ability yet, you could force him.
He's kind of
off.
freaky, he's like a zealot. He's like scaring the hell out of them, and they just like run off the edge of a platform and fall. And if you're up high, like 8 inches high, it can be death. That could be the end of it.
So he could potentially push anybody off because you're not doing a skill check.
Right.
You're
it's just an
falling
automatic.
potentially to your death.
If he positions himself correctly, he can ensure that you're going to fall with that move.
Yeah. I love him. I think he's great, and I usually take one and just go, he's gonna maybe grab a resource cache at the highest point, and he's gonna sit there and be a problem for you because you don't want to get near him because you'll get pushed off. The bad is he is usually a target. So
yeah, I know, because of that move.
Yeah.
Because the thing I like and don't like about the warrior priest is he's more versatile than the assassin, but he is kind of a specific use guy. Like you want to get him up high to keep people away from the highest point. Not necessarily to take the highest point, because he's not going to fight a bunch of people.
No, but he might not need to.
He might not. No, that's true. Yeah, he might push everybody off.
Yep.
But anyway, but he's definitely more versatile. He's not like it's just. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling. The main thing is the higher he gets, the more effective he is, in my opinion.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, and he can heal. He can
the healing's huge.
Back. I think he's just a fun, solid take. But like we said, if I see one on the board and I have an assassin, I'm probably going to use my assassin to kill the enemy warrior priest.
It's a really good one to take out because he's just a nuisance until he's deadly. And it's like if you can get rid of him while he's a nuisance, you're going to be much happier.
Yeah, and you could potentially kill him because he's Vitality 5. So
I got him. I had to take 2 shots with my assassin, or not my assassin. I had another guy nearby. So I almost killed him because I only had a 4, and then I got him with somebody else.
Yeah. Saboteur.
Oh, so my first squad included a Saboteur as well.
Love it.
Oh yeah. The Saboteur is fun. I messed you up with my Saboteur in a game recently.
I love.
Do you remember with the ladder you were trying to get up?
Yes.
Yeah. So the Saboteur is fun. Well, here, let's walk through the stats real quick.
Yeah. So he's movement 5. He's pretty fast. He doesn't want to really get into combat. He's got 1 attack. He's a little weak. He's 4 vitality, so he's susceptible to a one-shot kill from the assassin. Skill 4, he's pretty skilled, so he's hitting 50-50 shots on the resource cache. But combat's 5, defense is 5, and so his stats are okay.
His stats are really not that good. Like, he's got kind of vanilla stats. But you look at his stats and you're like, what's special about this guy? Then you start reading. And he's got some great special abilities.
I love and hate him. I love him because I want to play him, and I hate it when I see an opponent have him because he can booby trap resource caches. So I'm going to run through this fast, but the first time an enemy model rolls a 1 or a 2 when trying to open a resource cache, the cache explodes, dealing 2 damage to that model. Just
So you basically puts bombs into resource caches effectively. That's the idea.
Yeah. And then he can set traps. So he has 2 traps that he can use throughout the game, basically setting them within 2 inches of himself. He can even pick them back up. But if an enemy moves within any model, friendly or enemy, besides the Saboteur, that begins an action or moves within that diameter, even partially, immediately stops. You trigger the trap, they take 1 damage, and that damage ignores defense, and they are immobilized for the rest of their activation. And then you remove the trap.
So they can't move for the whole turn.
He is
and if you're racing,
nuisance.
If you're trying to get somewhere quick, that can totally blow your whole strategy.
It can lose the game for you.
Yeah, effectively, yeah. And that's actually how I used it against you. Was we had a set where there was like 2 sort of parallel platforms, and then there was a little way to get across. But we were way over here, and there was a staircase going up, and then you went up a ladder. And I managed to get my Saboteur to the ladder, the bottom of the ladder, after my other 2 guys were already up.
Yep.
So, because you can set them off with your own men.
Yes.
Like the trap is not like just for the enemy.
Correct.
The trap's for everybody.
Yep.
And so I was like, okay, my guys are safe. So I put a trap right at the bottom of the ladder, and you were like,
there's
you
nothing
were
I can do.
flummoxed. You were like, damn it! I was so happy with myself.
And that's great. He's so fun to play that way because all he wants to do is be a menace. He can throw a improved canister. Basically, it's a cloud of gas it's like a gas bomb he throws, and it will explode. And when thrown, the gas canister releases a toxic cloud. It covers a 2-inch diameter. Again, kind of trap-like. Any models, enemy or friendly, again, affected must roll a skill check. If they fail, they take 2 damage and are immobilized. He is a menace.
Jeez. So you can trap a guy, you can take out 2 enemies at range with a canister. Like, that's pretty cool.
You do.
He's a lot of fun. I haven't used the canister yet.
I love using. Oh God, is he my favorite? I don't know.
I don't know. He's fun though. He's fun to play.
Yeah,
he's fun to play.
Yeah, he's very
like the other characters, like they're looking to put themselves in a situation where they can use their special ability because it's got specific parameters. The Saboteur is like 180 degrees.
Yeah.
He's like, who can I mess with?
Yeah.
That's basically his idea.
Yep.
Like, he's like, you guys move wherever you want. I'm gonna come mess with you.
Yeah.
So he's not looking to set up something. He's looking to just disrupt.
He's a disruptor. He's a pain in the butt. He stalls the opponent. He can open resource caches decently. The only downside is he's weak.
He's very weak. Yeah.
An
assassin can take him out.
Assassin can take him out. Yeah. So Saboteur. Whew,
good stuff.
Then we get to the Beekeeper.
Now, just from the theming alone, just from the idea of this character's name and like what they came up with for this is probably my most favorite character just because of that reason.
He's kind of a community favorite, and I keep saying that in certain ways.
He's like the owlbear of 1492.
That's a great way to put it. It's a great way to put it. The model is awesome. The art
whole idea
awesome.
of it is awesome. Yeah, it's like, oh, we need a beekeeper. What?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Medieval combat game with like,
he's got a
of course, we got to have a beekeeper.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. But man, they just nail this guy. He's so fun.
And he is fast.
He's quick. Yeah.
6 movement naturally.
He drinks a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of honey in his system.
I guess. Yeah.
All that sugar.
Yeah. So he's fast. He's kind of okay in combat. He's a little bit weak.
Yeah.
But the thing with the Beekeeper is he's annoying to be near.
Yes.
And so he has basically a stinging cloud, one of his special abilities, that whenever an enemy model within 2 inches of the Beekeeper causes the Beekeeper to lose vitality, that enemy model must pass a skill check or lose 1 vitality. They're getting stung by bees.
Yeah, because they're near you.
Yeah.
Because you're a beekeeper, and
so
you have a lot of bees.
You don't really want to fight him.
What else is funny is that you have to attack him to get stung.
Yeah.
You can walk right by him and the bees won't mess with you.
Yeah.
But if you start whacking on him, the bees are coming for you.
And enemy models within 1 inch of the Beekeeper suffer -1 to all combat checks because of his buzzing mantle.
Oh, it's just annoying.
So he's just dude, he's like come at me, but this is going to not be fun for you.
So he's like a passive disruptor, where the Saboteur is an active disruptor.
Yep.
It's like where he is disrupted.
Yep.
He doesn't have to do much.
Exactly. Yeah. Wherever he is, he's disrupting. He's just. I think he's flavorful.
He's fast.
Super cool. He's fast.
Speed is important in this game.
Man.
It's super important to get to the top fast. And the more speed you have, the more routes you have, basically, at the end of the day. Because, like some routes are just, oh yeah, but that's going to add another 3 inches to my journey length, and I don't have the movement. You know? But the Beekeeper, man, he can move.
So he and the Scout are the fastest.
Yes.
So he can move, and if you get near him, it's going to hurt you.
It's going to mess you up.
Yeah.
Unless you just walk by him.
Yeah. But even then...
Well, you're still not going to be able to do as many things.
So if you walk by him, he can beckon the swarm. So once per activation, the Beekeeper may spend an action to beckon the swarm onto an enemy model within 3 inches and within line of sight. That model must roll a defense check, and if they pass, nothing happens. But if they fail, that model becomes hindered. So again, just don't get near him.
And he can do that every turn.
Yep.
Once per activation. So that's what you do on your turn is you activate each model.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
wow,
Fun.
that's wild.
Super flavorful. I love it. Then we've got the Blacksmith.
I've never played this one.
This is one of our last two here. So the Blacksmith was my first favorite.
Oh, okay.
Mostly because I loved the model. I think the art was really cool. And his big thing is he's a skill of 3+. He is naturally the most skilled with the Scavenger, being a 3+. Like, he's very good at it. He's good in combat. He could basically, once per game after a successful combat check, he may use Puncturing Precision, and you become hindered, you become breached. He can basically breach you, which is like what you were saying earlier.
Yeah, so that's
on.
the ceiling of your armor against the creeping death, basically.
Yep.
So as soon as he breaches
in
you,
your armor.
Like when you take in a critical hit, you might get breached as well. But this guy can do it intentionally.
Yeah, he can make it happen.
Once per turn or once per game?
Once per game.
Okay, good.
So if he gets a combat check on you, he can make it a piercing blow, and basically you become breached.
And breaching messes you up a bit, right? Like,
yes.
Yeah.
So if you're breached, every activation that model takes, they must pass a skill check, basically like clamoring to try and cover up their armor, or they take a damage.
Just right out of the
So
gate.
it's awesome. He's nothing to sneeze at in combat. He's a 4+.
Can they fix the breach, or they just have to do that?
He is
He can
the
do it.
only,
He's the Blacksmith.
only warrior that
can do it.
fix a breached or sundered status from a friendly model, including himself. You cannot, if you are breached, there's nothing you can do.
The rest of the game, you're breached.
Unless you have a Blacksmith.
And he can fix
He's
it.
the only one.
And is that once per game as well?
It is once per game. So
if you have 2 guys that are breached, it's so sad. Even if you have a Blacksmith.
Yep.
Because he can only fix one of them.
He can only fix one of them. And he can fix a weapon that's sundered. He can fix a breach status. But I think he's great. I think he's super fun. The bummer is that he's a bit slow. He's a movement of 4.
Good
that's
skill,
okay.
decent combat, great defense.
Well, actually,
Not actually
five
weak
defense. 5
defense.
up,
I'm
weak
sorry.
defense.
Yeah, he's because kind of. I got to figure it's because he's got all his heavy tools and everything.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. But the model looks rad too.
Yeah, the
art's
model's very cool looking.
So, and now we get to our last one. Last one of the standard core Doom Warriors.
When we say standard, we mean they appear in the Bauer original 1490 Doom rulebook.
Yeah.
And there are obviously additional materials. There's people like homebrewing.
Yep.
Like, so there's, these characters are just, like what's in the book.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is the Doom Hunter, and he is only ranged weapons. So
Yes.
he's only a crossbow, or he's only a bow.
Now we used a Doom Hunter against the
Warrior
the
Priest.
Warrior Priest
in our
their
little
first
example. That's right, yeah.
Because I was asking, well, how come the Warrior Priest isn't shooting from range? He didn't have a crossbow.
Yep.
Or whatever. He didn't have a ranged weapon.
Yeah.
And but the Doom Hunter's pretty cool. He's fast, which I like. He's not as fast as some of the faster models, but he's a 5.
I'd probably use him I don't want to say the least, but he's one that I don't typically take, and that's more so I just don't do a lot of ranged attacks.
Yeah, you just like to get up in people's faces.
I kind of like to get up and disrupt and whatnot, but and because he's
literally committed to ranged all the time.
Yes, 100%.
So it's not like you were talking about. Oh, I can improve this model or this character and make him ranged. Like
right.
something
he
you could do with some of them.
ranged weapons.
He's always ranged.
Yeah. He's a bit fast, which is good.
Yeah.
He's very good in combat when, so like he has Eagle's Eye. The Doom Hunter adds +1 to their combat stat when targeting models further than 4 inches away.
So the farther it is, the easier
good
to
at
hit.
range,
Nice.
yeah, for sure. He's got pinning shot, so once per game after a successful combat check, the Doom Hunter may forego dealing damage, and instead the enemy becomes immobilized until the end of their next activation. That could change the game.
Wow, immobilized.
So you can't move.
Yeah, you trap them where they are.
Yep. Can't move.
Yeah, that's bad.
That
Because
could
imagine
change
like
things.
you've got like, like you're trying to get up to the top. Maybe you're like in like a landing or something, or even on stairs, and now you can't move for a whole turn, which means everybody near you can be
get
like,
to you.
hey, I'm just, as long as he's right there.
Yeah.
And with a vitality of 4, like that's very tempting. If you immobilize, that's his vitality.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if you immobilize somebody like the scout, it'd be like, like normally I don't chase him because he can fly.
Yeah.
But if this guy pins him down, I'm going to go over there and whack him.
Sure. Think if you pin down a scout or if you pin down a saboteur, you've taken
That's
away
even
their
better.
effectiveness.
Yeah.
And with a bow, you could spend an action to overdraw, which I think is somewhat comedic in its nature of overdrawing a bow. But that doubles the range of a bow from 5 inches to 10 inches.
Holy cow! So you
So
can
he
something
can
like
snipe
totally
something.
across the board.
Yeah, it's good.
Wow. That's halfway across the board.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's a bit weak in the sense of 4 vitality, and his defense is a 6+, so you need to roll a 6 to save a hit from him. But
I like
cool.
him because I like ranged, but
Yeah.
I don't love. Like, there's one aspect of him that I think like is his versatility is because of his ranged weapon attack, and I find that like if you imagine like if this was a role playing game, you'd have characters with other skills from their specific class. Like I used to be a priest and now I'm a warrior priest or whatever.
Right.
Like, I used to, and so that's imbued with the character. But the thing about the Doom Hunter is he reminds me of the fighter. He's like, I'm here to, take stuff out.
Oh yeah.
But all I have is my bow.
He's an archer
that's
through
it.
and through.
And it's just like, I'm a fighter, I'm a really good ranged attacker, and that's all I do.
Yeah.
And I think that's commendable. Actually, I think it's fun to have a clean ranged attack character. And he's got, like you said, the special abilities are fun. I kind of wish he was a little stronger. I'm not going to lie.
I think it's one of those with the Doom Hunter, he's kind of fast, like we said, he's a movement 5, so you get him up on things, and you start shooting from up above, and
where you've got more
potentially immobilize stuff. So you get him up
And
high.
remember, the distance is vertical as well. So like if, he's near a ladder, and that ladder is less than 3 inches tall,
Sure.
anybody that comes to the bottom of that ladder, he can
hit him.
He can mess him up.
Yep.
He can pin him down. He can do a lot of things. Yeah.
So those are our core Doom Warriors, but I did want to share one that's really fun. That's it was a bonus edition. It was actually a collaboration with the guys who created Turnip 28. I don't know if you're familiar with
I'm not
Turnip
familiar
28.
with that game.
We'll probably get into that in another episode, but it's a Napoleonic war game where turnips and gourds have, I'm screwing this up, but like taken over the world.
Sentient?
And it's very weird.
Interesting.
But we have here
Anyway, the Hedge Knight.
the Hedge Knight. So this was a collaboration with the guys from Turnip 28, and the Hedge Knight is fun.
Yeah.
So he's not in the core rulebook, but
It looks sort of like a rook from a
Yes.
from a chess set.
So the model, which we'll put on screen, he literally has a horse head on top of him.
Oh my God.
And mine busted because I dropped him on
That's all
accident.
right.
But
taking models to the game store is really hard.
Sometimes
on
it's
models.
rough.
Yeah.
But
I have lots of model pieces in the bottom of my bag.
yeah. I even have some in my car. I found
funny,
model pieces in my car.
yeah.
But he's movement 5. He's fast. He's not super hitty, but he's kind of one to disrupt. So he likes running at you because what he does is he has Gaunt Gallop. Anytime the Hedge Knight has performed the dash action that brings them in contact with an opposing model, that model makes a skill check. Now, dash means you move up to 2 inches. So what you could do is
in addition to your movement.
Yes. So you could move 5 as an action,
right,
and then dash him, and he moves an extra 2.
Right.
So he moves potentially 7 inches using his entire activation.
But if you dash him, you can also use this Gaunt Gallop special ability.
So if you basically get in contact with him on a dash, that model makes a skill check. If they fail, they lose a vitality. If they succeed, though, the Hedge Knight becomes hindered. It's kind of a fun, risky move.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. So he runs up at you and tries to bash you.
I can basically grab onto you.
Yeah.
Or like grab your lance.
Yeah, he loses an
It's a bit of a Don Quixote vibe with the shield and the lance, too.
Fun, yeah.
I love the art in this game, actually. That's one of my favorite aspects of it. Art is so important to me in a themed game. So
in this one, I think has a really
good job.
fun flavor.
Yeah, they do a really good job with it. Yeah.
The Squire of Mud and Root is another special ability. The Hedge Knight cannot be immobilized.
Ever.
In addition, and anytime the Hedge Knight successfully inspects a resource cache, they only find food. That's all he finds. You don't roll for it. He just gets food.
He always gets food.
Yep. It's
and
so
what's
funny.
Food for? What does food give you vitality back or something?
Food will give you an my goodness, it's been a
Oh, we'll come back to that. I'll look it up later.
No, I gotta find it now. Oh, here it is. Food will give you an extra action. That's right, an additional action.
Oh, like your pep eater.
Yeah, so you can spend it. And you basically have 3 actions.
Always gets. So he's way more likely to get extra actions. If he successfully opens a resource, he's got an extra action for later. And you bank him, right?
Yeah, you can save it.
Yeah, so you could have like 2 or 3 food if there's 3 resource caches.
Yeah.
Whoa, that would make him really effective.
He's so funny.
What's the Shattered Shield?
Shattered Shield. So once per game, the Hedge Knight can block all damage from one standard attack.
Standard attack.
Yep.
Like not the Assassin's Death Blow.
Right.
But a regular attack.
So this ability must be declared after a successful combat check, but before damage is dealt. This ability can block a piercing blow, but cannot block any other special abilities. So if you get a 6 on him, he could say, nope, it's not happening. So he could block all damage.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn. And the piercing blow is the one that punctures your seal. That breaches you.
Yep.
So let's get like a crit hit.
Yeah,
so
crit.
You get a 6.
Yeah. So he's fun.
So you can block all of that. But again, if it's a special attack, then no, all bets are off.
Yeah. So
that's pretty rad. So let's talk about, so we've got a pretty nice mix of characters. We've got some very traditional sort of martial characters like Fighter.
Yeah.
What was that cave troll guy called again? The Grunt?
The Brute.
Brute, thank you. Brute.
Yeah.
The
Doom Hunter.
The Doom Hunter. You know, like classic, almost D&D,
yes.
really.
You know, like your party.
A tank, a good fighter, like a good backup fighter, and then a ranged fighter. There's really not magic in here, so instead of magic, the other characters take on other aspects of the environment.
Yeah.
And they all have some, so we've got this like Demented Priest, Scavenger, Scout, Beekeeper for whatever reason. So let's talk now about like what squads tend to be good together. Because like the thing that I've enjoyed when I've played, and I've noticed this watching other people play, is there are certain pieces that people just tend to play together. And I'm not saying that you have to, because they actually balance really well.
Yeah.
But they just seem to fit thematically, or I don't know what. So, and one of the things I've noticed is I love playing the Saboteur and the Assassin together.
Yeah.
I don't know what the third piece is going to be every time, but the Saboteur and the Assassin, those two I usually want on my squad right out of the gate.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think.
And you can play against somebody that's running a Saboteur and Assassin, right?
Yes, yeah. So you don't.
So you can't have duplicates on your squad.
Yeah,
if you draft, but like core rules.
Core rules.
Straight game.
Yep.
So you pick your squad, and then the other person picks from the same kinds of pieces.
Yep.
But you can't have two of the same on your squad.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. So I think what's fun is there's, and I know I'm a bit biased in this game because I love it and I'm now part of the team, but like there's no wrong answer. Like you just have to play it that way. So for me, I'm not super fighty. So like I don't tend to take the fighter, the brute, or there's another Doom Warrior profile that we haven't talked about. There was an additional one called the Knight. So he's not in the core rulebook, but like you could take all three of those, the brute, the maybe let's say the blacksmith, like the blacksmith, the brute, and
I think if I played the brute, the Doom Hunter would be a lot more attractive.
Yes.
Actually, because where the brute doesn't move very well, the Doom Hunter can cover him from distance.
Yeah. So if you build a Doom company that's very fighty, you just have to know to play it that way. Don't expect to open resource caches a bunch. Just go kill your opponent.
Right. Yeah. Whatever your team is built to do.
Yeah. But like if you want to play more sneaky, kind of like we were saying, Saboteur, the Scout, right? Because you're moving fast with the Scout.
Yeah. You're really trying.
But there's no wrong answer, I think.
I think it's just a stylistic thing.
Yeah.
Because like other games I've played, especially other games I've played that like added more and more complexity as they got more popular, it starts to become a real trade-off. This one I don't really feel like there's a lot of like, oh, you picked that character with that character, you're really going to have a hard game. That doesn't happen a lot.
That's that brings up a really good point that there's a lot of tabletop war games where if
you can basically pick the wrong army.
You could pick the wrong army.
Which is nuts. I understand when you add so much complexity that becomes a real risk.
Yeah.
But from a player's perspective, it's devastating.
We could go
you can basically be rolling everything perfect, have the best strategy, but you're just not capable of beating the other army because of the way the other army's stats work or the math works or whatever. And that to me is a really frustrating aspect of the more complex games.
Yes.
And asymmetrical games are very popular. I like them if they're well designed. They're harder to design well.
Yeah.
And because you're basically playing an asymmetric army against like a completely bespoke asymmetric army, you don't know what skills you're going to run into. So the fact that you have 6 independent characters on the board running a 7-turn game to get to the top, and it really isn't going to guarantee success or failure if you pick any combination of the characters in the original core rulebook.
Anything can happen.
That's freaking cool. That's hard to do, actually, from a game design perspective.
From a balance perspective, it's crazy. And like we said, there's more warrior profiles out there that maybe we'll talk about later.
Well, we'll get it.
Oh, for sure.
And I shouldn't really just pick on Star Wars, because there's a lot of games like this.
Oh, yeah.
It's a quick game, but I got to spend an hour getting ready. This one... you pick your models, you look at the
throw
sheet,
3 improvement points wherever you want.
Yeah, it's very fast.
There it is.
Yeah, and you can appreciate that a lot when you're if you play games a lot like you and I do. Like there's the what's the downtime cost, what's the financial cost, and then what's the joy like. And I've played games that had low financial cost, but a huge downtime. Like you could actually say Dungeons and Dragons is a perfect example of this. Doesn't cost very much to play.
Right.
You have to build a whole world.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of downtime prep.
Yeah.
And then it's really freaking fun to play.
Yeah.
But Star Wars X-Wing, short, fast, really exciting action, fun to play, really fun to play. Downtime prep, there were so many cards. And then you got to figure out how many points you have, and then in one version it's how many points you have on your ships versus how many points you have on improvements or crew, and then in the other they said, oh, it's just all the points, and then it's just like, oh my god, and then
there's
you couldn't
Warhammer.
even play it. You couldn't even play it without a phone.
Yeah.
To figure all that stuff out for you, it was.
Then you have Warhammer, huge cost to get
honestly,
in,
I think
huge
Rollhammer
downtime
is actually
investment.
the only thing it has is the fun gameplay. And even that isn't like amazing to me.
Look,
I like
the
it, but I
art
don't
is
love
amazing,
it.
the lore is amazing, but that's
Everything around the game is
tough.
great. You notice I didn't mention theming earlier because I'm talking about really mechanical stuff here.
Yeah.
Because I might not like a theme for aesthetic reasons, but I know these facts.
Yeah.
You know, how much prep do I have to do? How much does the game cost to play?
Yeah.
And how much fun do I have when I'm playing it? Those are things I can.
That's a good
or,
one.
or people have, not just me. This game is just a blast to play.
Yep.
You know, hopefully now, like just taking a look at the characters, you've got a little more interest in like how that would work. And you're probably not even considering, like go back and watch the second episode where we show the level play going up and down. And then think about these abilities again, because that's when it gets really exciting.
Yeah. And we want to know, like, what's your favorite out of all these? Like, let us know. It'd be rad to see what you guys like to play.
And why is it the Beekeeper?
Dude, that was literally, I think that was on the Beekeeper Games Discord. Somebody was like, what's your favorite Doom Warrior? And why is it the Beekeeper?
Yeah. But anyway, but no, seriously, and you don't have to limit it to one. Like, you know, if you've pulled off any really cool, like, double moves with more than one character because your squad is built that way or whatever, just let us know. We'd love to hear more about it.
Yeah.
And we'll get some more gameplay in here, too.
Oh,
soon,
for sure.
So when are you starting the organized playtesting?
We've started playtesting already, but
you said you're building like a scenarios or multiple games like that. It's beautiful.
It grabs a lot of attention, and one thing I'm very excited to talk about too, just kind of briefly, is that so I'm working with Beekeeper Games as one of their organized play designers, and they just announced that they're going to be doing a starter box.
There we go.
So in, I believe, September, it's going to be amazing.
You know my great love of starter kits.
Yes. So I know.
Yeah.
So it's a really good box. It's going to have 4 different Doom Warriors in it. So you play like a 2v2, but like one player versus one player, but using 2 Doom Warriors because it's an introductory set. But it's got terrain in it. It's got a measuring tool. It's got starter rules. It's got new sculpts for these models.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and
that's
just
fun.
dude, the box art is sick. We'll have to put it up on the screen, but it's very exciting, and it's going to be sold not only on GameFound, but it's going to be on their web store as well as in retail stores. In the kit, there's going to be new sculpts for 4 different types of the Doom Warriors. So there's going to be a bit of a variety of sculpts that you can get, and they look. I think they're sick. They're so good.
And they're all like pre-painted and everything too, right?
No.
Oh no,
so
these are
you can,
just gray sculpts?
Yep.
Oh, that's
so you
even
can
better.
paint them how you want.
Is that how yours were?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't know you painted those.
Yeah, and what's
you did a great job.
Thank you. Yeah, I've got some of the official
minis.
minis.
Right over there, yeah.
And I've got a bunch of kit bash stuff too. So like the fun thing about this game is you can basically make your own models. So it's mini agnostic, but like
they have to follow the archetypes of the.
Honestly, you can do what you
could
want.
do your own.
Like as long as you're not bringing
like you're not
like a dreadnought from 40K going, this is my warrior
or
priest,
like you give max stats on every stat or something.
Yeah. I mean there's limitations, but as far as like making stuff goes, it's pretty solid. So like I've got 2 different Doom Warriors here. I've got an official one and I've got my kit bashed one.
And which one is this?
And so this is the Warrior Priest.
The Warrior Priest.
Yeah, so the Warrior Priest, the official one, and I've got the fun like kit bashed one.
That's wild. Like he's got like a bell.
Yeah.
It's like got a screaming face on it.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And he's got his like tank.
I don't usually play that character. I'm a big fan of the more like sneaky, stealthy, like
dude,
the
we're gonna get into
assassin.
that.
Yeah, I really like
We're gonna get into that for sure.
I'm a tricksy guy, I guess. Oh yeah, and the scenarios are fun because it is such a quick game.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things that I loved about, I love about any miniatures game that you can play in like 45 minutes or something, is that you start going, I want to play again.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen in the games you play for 3 or 4 hours. Like you just when is this going to end, you know?
Yeah.
And the fun part about that is A, it keeps you engaged, and B, you can like start stacking conditions from one game to the next.
Yes.
And that's what the scenarios are all about.
Oh, totally.
So you can be like, okay, whoever wins this game gets this boon or whatever. Like, who knows? Like, you can really go nuts with it. And there's some really good examples in the back of this book.
Well, we're going to be doing organized play near the
you'll have
end
a whole
of the
new
summer,
set of
and
them.
it's going to be a whole thing. Like, we're working on it right now. It's going to be amazing. And
now, are you play testing these on Sundays, or?
Yes.
Okay.
So we are, and we've got some play testers that are going to help us out, but we're going to be doing official organized play, which will be one-offs, demos, and campaigns where, like you said, a game will affect the next one,
that's
the next
what I
one,
want.
the next one.
I love that for a couple of reasons, but mostly I just love it because it breaks up. Sometimes when you're playing a game that's so quick, it can start to get a little bit like repetitive.
Yeah,
like if you're not careful.
Well, we did this
I don't
already.
think this does that. This game is way too interesting for that.
Yeah,
and you
there's
can
so
also
many different ways you
change
can play.
characters so easily.
Oh, yeah.
So that really changes how the game feels when you're playing. But it's nice to add in that additional level of campaigns and chained together events and things like that. Get some more gameplay in here too.
Oh,
soon,
for sure.
So when are you starting the organized playtesting?
We've started play testing already, but
you said you're building like a scenario, so multiple game scenarios?
So essentially by the end of this, we'll have multiple ways to kind of run organized play, which would be demos, one day event play where there's multiple games played throughout the day, and then basically campaigns, like ongoing.
I sometimes wonder if the world is ready for multiple 1492 organized play days, because like every time I walk into the game store and this thing is out on the tables, and this can be in a small game store. We have a game store here in Phoenix that's absolutely massive. It looks like the biggest grocery store you've ever been in got like turned into a game store, and I've seen people walk all the way across the floor just to ask what this game is.
What is that?
It catches the eye, and if you got like 4 or 5 tables, I think. I mean, there might be a singularity or something something like it might affect gravity. It could really like mess up the store, like in terms of like, whoa, like
that's what I want.
Oh well, I think
so bad.
Well, I think the game is that good though. I really do. Like, I got to be honest. I find a lot of games in game stores are well designed, and people love them because they either love the world, the fantasy world, the Marvel or DC or whatever the heck you're into. Like Star Wars,
fantasy, sci-fi, whatever.
They like a style of play.
Yeah.
But there are a few games that come out that sort of like cause you to like go, oh wow, I never thought about playing a game that way before.
Yeah.
And I remember I had that feeling when I opened the basic set of Dungeons and Dragons for the first time, and back when I was a very young man.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never thought about playing a game like this before, and you can see it. You could, like it was visible. Yeah. Even though the game's going on in most people's heads, just the way you would organize around the table, the Dungeon Master's screen, the dice everywhere, and I feel like this has the potential to be that kind of game where it really causes people to go, huh, and then you start seeing other games come out that have similar like takes, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, but. Yeah, it's a wonderfully fun game, and the thing that just really scratches my itch the most on this game is the low prep high joy.
Oh yeah,
that to me is so hard to find.
Literally, you can go on 1490doomcompanybuilder.com, hit random, and you're ready to play. Yeah. Like you have your Doom.
I mean, I don't want to be a pickle or anything, but technically, I could buy this book. And just grab 3 minis from my D&D collection. Yep,
doesn't matter.
And just play it.
Dude, I could turn this glass upside down and that would be a tower. There's a tower, exactly. there's a ledge.
You could do it with Legos, whatever.
I've seen it done.
Really?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
A guy in the community was putting together with Legos. We had somebody recently
they just came out with a Minus Terrace set.
Yeah, oh man, I
want to get that. I can't afford it, but I want to get it.
I know.
What, has anybody thought about theming this? Because earlier I said that's the cave troll.
Yes.
So you make the bishop warrior. What's his name?
The warrior priest.
Warrior priest is now a Nazgul, right? And we could just keep going.
I've kind of thought about
Legolas is the you know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
And I have Middle-earth strategy battle game minis that I would use for.
Why wouldn't you do that?
I'll be honest.
I mean, it wouldn't really hurt it.
I think this rule set is very much like Morkborg, where you could take it, put a different theme on it, and say
it's
go.
Fine, yeah.
There's guys on the community that, or on Discord, guys and gals that want to create a future one. So it's like more like
sure, why not?
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just rename things and make a board.
You could even do it in space too.
Yep.
Because they're piercing your spacesuit.
I'm telling you, I really believe that this rule set is so malleable.
It's pretty
and
flexible.
Just can be changed to do it. I mean, I've written a special scenario that will be released, I believe, in October. So the rule sets for this is very fun. So yeah. But yeah, there we go.
But honestly, the straight theme is just dynamite. And the art is incredible.
Yes.
The models are good. The models are relatively inexpensive. You only need 3 of them to play.
That's it.
I think they come in 3 kits or something. They have a couple sets on the site.
You can buy a full Doom company on the site, or you can buy individual warriors.
That's what I said.
But yeah, it's great. BeWarGames.com. If you're curious, go to 1490doomcompanybuilder.com and find out what Doom Company.
Yeah, and you can read all about these characters right there.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
And if you live in Phoenix, in North Phoenix, there's a game store that's very large called Gamers Guild Arizona, and you are typically there, not every Sunday, but if you're in town, Sunday afternoons around 2-ish, you're running pickup games, free-to-play games, learn to play games. That's where it's all happening right now.
Yeah.
That's where all right, well, I think that's a wrap. So please let us know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like to know about this game. We're going to move into the Borg role-playing games in the next couple weeks. We already talked about Pirate Borg at a high level, and actually we spent a lot of time on Pirate Borg. So we're going to go up to the sort of parent game, which is Morkborg. And Morkborg is a wonderfully simple rule set. And the thing that you mentioned earlier was that you believe that 1490 Doom may have a similar opportunity because the rules are so good and so straightforward, and that you can re-theme the game very easily.
100%.
And that's exactly what's happened to Morkborg.
Yep.
It used to be, I used to tell people, hey, if you're really here for the violence, let's not play D&D. Let me pull out this other game and play that.
100%.
And it always was a good decision.
Yeah.
But now, holy cow! I picked up this Corp Borg, which is like a corporation, Corp Borg is an office crawl tabletop RPG. Evil corporations, demons, and imminent apocalypse. Yeah. So it's basically, that's just one example. But there's one where, what was the one with the moth in it or something? There's the one where there's this big bug monster or something.
Dude, there's so many.
There's too many.
But
not really.
There's a flavor for anything.
Not literally too many, but there's a lot. Yeah. And so we're going to dive into that world a little bit. It's a deep rabbit hole, so we're going to keep it high level on just the Morkborg core rules, because that drills into all of the themed versions.
If you dig that, go look and see what else they got. But we'll talk about it. So.
All right, guys. Cool. Cheers. See you next week.
See ya.